Alright, so today we will continue from our last discussion on slopes and gradients, right? And
Okay.
we'll start with here, right? So we are doing 6C now, okay?
Yes.
The intercept slope form, or I call it as slope intercept equation. Alright,
Okay.
so your slope intercept equation is basically in the form of y equals to mx plus c. A lot of schools write it as y equals to a plus
A
bx,
plus bx.
right? So it's really on the student which format he or she is sort of comfortable. Okay, so let's pick up
Yeah.
y equals to mx plus t to start with. Okay, so
Okay.
here m is nothing but the slope of the equation,
Okay.
and c is the y
Y-intercept.
intercept. And when I say y-intercept, it simply means, if suppose this is a straight line, which point the line cuts the y-axis. So this, the measure of this
Okay.
line is basically c units,
Okay.
c units. Okay. So
Okay.
so if this point is 0, 6, so my value of c is 6. You got this point?
Okay.
Because y-intercept, c is nothing but the y-intercept. Okay, either I
Okay.
call it c or a, it is one and the
Okay.
same thing. Okay,
Okay.
all right, now let's do an example. So if you go to the book, page 276. In fact,
Okay.
if I go to page 277, example 5. So
Okay.
it says y equals to negative 6 plus 9x. So the equation is y equals to negative 6 plus 9x. So if I've got this equation and I'm asked to find the y-intercept and the slope, so that means I'm asked to
Okay.
find the a and b.
Okay.
All right. So how do I find a and b? So I know this equation is in the form of y equals to a plus bx, right? So my value of a is nothing but negative 6, because
Negative 6.
yeah, because this and this is equating with each other. And b
Okay.
and b here is nothing but it is the coefficient of x.
But 9.
So b is equals to 9. So that means the slope of the equation is 9 and y-intercept is negative 6. As simple as
Yes.
that. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. So now if you see question number 5, part C. So you've got another equation which says y equals to negative 2x. And you're asked to find the slope and the intercept. So can you tell me what is the intercept
Okay.
here? What's the value of intercept here?
Intercept here is 0.
Awesome, because you don't have a c,
Having
you don't have a constant here, right? It is
No.
it is missing. And what is the value of slope? It is the coefficient of x,
Negative 2.
negative 2.
Okay.
And what do you think, is this line is going from top to bottom, or from top to bottom, or bottom to top? Can you tell me just by looking at it? Is the
It's
line
done.
okay? So if you have, so I'll take the next page. So if you have a slope as negative, let's say if the slope is negative, that means that line is this sort of line. It is sort of coming down.
Downward.
Because if you see in this case, that's the slope, right? The rise over run.
Okay.
So that is negative. And if your slope is positive, that simply means that this line is going to be something like this.
Okay.
That means your m is positive. Okay?
Okay.
Got my point?
Yes.
Yeah, so now in our equation y equals to negative 2x, what is the value of slope? Can you tell me what's the value of b or m, whatever you want to call it? What's the value?
M is negative.
So now can you tell me, is the line coming top to bottom or bottom to top?
Negative, so it's going downwards.
So that means that's the case, right?
Okay.
It basically is somewhat like this. Correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's go, and now you might have a question where the value of slope and the intercepts are given to you, and you're asked to find the equation of the straight line. So for example, question number 6, part A, you see intercept is 9, slope is 6.
Okay.
And you're asked to find the equation. So it's as simple as that. Your value of A is 9 and B is 6. You simply have to plug those values into the equation. So which means y equals to 9 plus 6x. Make sense?
Okay.
Can you tell me by the looks of it whether this is a positive slope or a negative slope? That means line going up top to bottom or bottom to top?
It's going up.
It's going up, so that is the case, right?
Okay.
So this one here is basically that's the case. Am I correct?
Okay. Yes.
Awesome. So that's another way of presenting the same question. All right.
Okay.
Now you can be even asked to sketch a graph. All right.
Okay.
So let us say you are given an equation, and I'll take another page here. Let's say you're given an equation as y equals to, we'll take example number 7, 8 plus 2x, and you're asked to sketch the graph for this line. So what we do is basically we take 2 points here.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So we take 2 points here. So in the first point, I say I make my x as 0 and I find a corresponding value of y. And in my second coordinate, I can make y as 0 and find x. Or if you are not really specific about putting values of x or y as 0, so you put one of them as 0, let's say this one, and put put any other value of x into the equation, let's say x equals to 1, and find the value of y. So basically the idea is we need two coordinates, x1 y1, x2 y2. Let's see. Let's pick up the first one and put x as 0 here. So if I put x as 0, what would it become? 8 plus 2 times 0?
So those 8 plus 8. Y equals
right? Y equals to, so
8.
my first coordinate is 0 comma
0,
8.
8.
Let's try to put this one. So I say 0 equals to 8 plus 2x. That makes sense. If I plug in y equals to 0, that makes sense.
Okay.
And what happens now? It becomes 2x plus 8 is equal to 0. So this implies your 2x equals to negative 8. Yes. And x equals to negative 4. 2 goes down, right? 2 goes down. So my second point is negative 4 comma 0. Now I have two points, two coordinates. I'm circling them in blue. So these are the 2 points that I have. And what I will do is I will just try to plot these 2 points on the line, on the Cartesian plane. So x is, suppose this is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and my y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what's the first point that I'm planning? 0 comma 8. So what is 0 comma 8? Is that the point?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Cool. So that's the point I'm after. First point. And my second point is negative 4 comma 0. So that means this point.
Okay.
And I just draw a straight line with the scale.
Okay.
So that's the equation. Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
You see this equation here, this graph here in the book?
Yes.
Example 7. You see first point is 0 comma 8. If you go back, he took x as 5, so he got 5, 18, which is in the first quadrant. But if you take, we took x as y as 0, so we got another point in the second quadrant. So it's one and the same thing.
Okay.
It's a straight line.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
So that is how you plot the graph for any given line, and that's how you, if you're given slopes and intercepts as 2 single numbers, you create the equation of the line, and if you're given an equation, you can easily find the slope and the intercept.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
So exercise 6C should be straightforward.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do an example quickly, or you're okay with that?
Yeah. Now we can do example.
Okay. So can you quickly give me the answer for 2b? Can you give me the equation of the line? So your intercept given is, your intercept is 5 and slope is 10. Come on, quick. Give me the equation, I'm waiting.
So y equals 5 plus 10x.
Awesome, great. All right, if I do, give me the equation, give me 2h. Come on, so your intercept is 1.5 and the slope is, negative 1.5 and slope is negative 0.5. Give me the equation, quick.
1.5 and negative 1. So y equals negative 1.5 minus 0.5x.
Awesome. You are awesome. Cool. Got it? Any doubts?
Yeah.
All
No.
good? All good.
Yes.
So that is where we finish 6C. Yep. And we'll now jump to 6D. All right. Cool.